Hello YouTubers, I'm back. First video for the year, first video in a while. I've been under the weather for a while and haven't really been up to doing videos. The radio here is really one that kind of been sitting around. I've had this for a while. I don't know, a few years ago I got it in a buyout, well, not a buyout, but a lot of radio equipment. And this radio wasn't something in the lot I was interested in. It was just included. So it's kind of set around, filthy, dirty, not being used for a while. And I decided to dig it out. It's kind of interesting, and there's more here than just the radio, and I'll show you in a minute because it came with another piece. But it's a Regency CR-123B Bravo. It is single-sideband AM, but it is just a 23 channel. It's crystal controlled. It was made by Uniden. It's probably like a mid-1970s radio. It's a pretty basic rig. I mean, it has a mic gain, RF gain, volume on, off, and squelch. Here's your mode selector for AM, upper, lower sideband. Clarifier, I can't remember if it's been opened or not. I think it's just sliding receive, but it's a pretty simple setup, just an air capacitor, 23 channel mechanical dial readout. The meter on this, it's the old silver faced, or silver backed, I guess is what I should say. My camera's going to be slow to focus, I think. It gives me fits sometime. There we go. The top scales up here is SSB, dB, and underneath it's AM. So they're graduated different between single sideband and AM. Power output, same way. It has two different graduated scales in the center. Bottom is AM modulation. You can choose between RF or modulation on this switch. It has a noise blanker. It's a front fire speaker. I've got the original coffin mic here with it. Made in Japan. The radio's made in Japan also. This is when Uniden was making their radios in Japan. Uses a weird, my Bearcat 23, Pierce Simpson Bearcat 23 uses this same type of mic plug. Might even be the same wiring scheme. I'm not sure. I hadn't looked into that. What makes this radio a little unusual is it came with a Siltronix 90 VFO. So this is the 90-1. Its output frequency is 11.955, so it works with this radio. This gives the radio more than 40 channel capability. My first experience really with the Siltronix VFO, and AM, the VFO is really stable, but I find it to be kind of drifty for sideband. You have to retouch it up, periodically. I always thought I read that the Siltronixes were, pretty rock solid, but I find mine's not anyways. I don't know, maybe mine's just, mine's the exception to the rule. I really don't know much about these external VFOs. I'm on channel 6 AM. Kick the radio on. It's about 9:30 in the morning. 1/1 of 2012. And that's 9:30 Central U.S. time. The speaker's a little crackly. I don't know, it has a little dry rot, issues or debris between the grill and the speaker. I don't know, I've not looked into it. It's clear on an external, but I'm using the internal speaker. Since the 11955 crystal, it's been removed for the patch cable. I guess I need to show that. The cable is pretty short. It has an RCA jack on it, plugs in the back of the VFO, and it runs to the inside of the radio. They didn't drill no holes. They just left the back side case screw out, so the case is pulled out a little bit just to allow that cable to go in, and it's soldered to the bottom side of the crystal socket where the 11.955 megahertz crystal used to be. And they whoever did it plugged the crystal into this, the extra X-Til socket number 3. So the original crystal is still there. And it gives you a little more usability. I'm going to try to show here in a minute. Channels, since that crystal's been pulled out, channels 13 through 16 are dead. And like I said, I'm still on the radio. So 13's dead, 14, 15, 16, 17. Got receive again. The way this works, a couple different ways really. Okay, channel 13 is the first one that's dead. If I turn the VFO on, okay, and if I take it over to Xtil 3, it's mixing with the original crystal out of the radio. So now radio works like normal. My dead frequencies are no longer dead. To get the channel, the full channel expansion, you know what it's capable of, need to go over to the CB setting. I'll try to show this. Then it'll be reading off the bottom scale. Okay, if you have the radio dial, if I remember right, it's got to be on 14, and then it reads, you know, to scale, to that bottom scale. But to get to like 38 lower, you know, channel 38 and above, I find you need to put this at least on 15 to pick it up. And I've kind of got it preset. Like I said, it's a little drifty. It's kind of cooled off a little bit. I've got that preset. It should be pretty close to 38 lower side. I've got the Elan up here on as well, kind of. And of course, we don't have any strong clear stations at the moment. That's kind of my luck. I'm gonna do a video. Well. But I have a problem. Well, I've tried this umpteen times now. It looks like I failed again, folks. It does receive 38 lower side, but every time I go to do this video, I just can't find a strong signal at the time I do it.
I'm not sure, man. When are we going to get up to?
Well, I didn't switch fast enough, but that's odd. He's a little weaker on the Elan, getting covered up by the other station. More so than on the Regency. Okay, I think that showed that it's definitely on 38 lower sideband. It really sounds good on sideband. I don't know about transmit. I haven't tried making contacts on it. Like I said, the VFO's a little drifty. You gotta touch it up now and then. Oh. I don't know. He was like majorly off frequency or something. Sounded like he was majorly overmodulated too. It sounds a little better on the Elan, but still not right. He really don't sound right on the old Regency here. But anyways, I think that pretty much shows the radio. Having this on 15, it's not true to dial to the bottom sliding scale, but it's fairly close. I can't quite get 38 lower side, having that on 14. But there you have it. 23 channel made to 40 channels plus. Mid-1970s Regency CR-123B with a Siltronix 90-1 VFO. 73s, everybody. 262 Opera Air Paul signing off.